931-389-0909, HawkinsandPrice.com.
Well, give yourself a pat on the back.
98.7 and AM 1580.
You're listening to WLIJ.
Look out, Middle Tennessee. Benny is on the beat. Here comes your host, Benny Pulley, going in-depth with singer-songwriters and musicians from across Music City and beyond, with live performances straight from historic WLIJ Studio-B right here in Shelbyville. Benny on the Beat on WLIJ is sponsored by Black and Blue Sports, Southern Fair, and by Shady Acres Creations Boutique and more in Bell Buckle. Now, let's see what we got here. Here's Benny Pulley.
All right, this is Benny Pulley, behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting, here with Donovan Chapman and Mike Lusk. And we're going to talk all things about music and all, and we're going to find out a little bit about Donovan, because I know Donovan's been playing a long time. I met him, three or 4 years ago with the American Mule and Bluegrass with Marty Gordon.
Yeah.
So, and I've loved his music. And a lot of people don't know about Donovan, but he's a great musician. He brought Mike Lusk here with his bass. Acoustic bass.
Oh, yeah. Fretless acoustic.
Yeah, and I've never seen one like that, and it's a pretty color. It's got good tones to it and everything. Sounds good too. There you go.
There it is.
So, Donovan, tell us a little bit about you. I know you know me. I'm a big veteran, and I support our veterans, and I know you're a veteran. Tell us a little bit about you and how you got started in the music business.
You want the short version, long version?
You can tell me however you want to, brother.
Yeah, well, growing up in Louisiana, I kind of come from mixed culture. My mom's a native Hawaiian. My dad's just an old Louisiana native. And so I was raised down there. All my family's pretty much served. My great-granddaddy served in World War I, where he lost his leg there in World War I. And he still came home and broke thousands of acres with a mule and a plow.
Wow. And
with all of his sons and daughters working for him. And World War II happened. Had a few uncles that passed away from that. And my granddaddy, my pepaw, was in World War II. He also a Southern Baptist preacher that married my mom and dad.
Oh, cool.
And many other people in North Louisiana. And my dad served in Vietnam. And so when I was 17, Dad was like, graduated high school when I was 17. He's like, boy, get in college, get out and do something. You got to get to work. Can't just ride three-wheelers around the community and, be a wild child. So I chose to join the military. I chose the Air Force. I'm nervous, and I really hadn't been out of Louisiana much. We grew up in a very church environment, very, I wouldn't say controlled, but my parents, they wanted us to have a good raising, and they did the best they could with us, and very thankful for it. So I went in the Air Force. I was a security policeman for 4 years, and then I met my first United States Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman in Hawaii by Kevin Jones, called him KJ. And I talked Kevin into giving me some training, and he was happy to do that. So I trained for, maybe 2 or 3 months, and he was giving me some good pointers on what to do to get through pararescue. Pararescue is one of the hardest, I won't say it's the toughest, but it possibly could be, but it's one of the hardest special operations jobs to get through. We have the longest training pipeline out of any job in the special operations. Yeah. Because pararescue rescues in all environments, and pretty much every way that you can get to a downed pilot or anyone who's pinned down behind enemy lines and needs medical help, needs a rescue for personal recovery. We are that team. We can free fall in, which, modern terms, skydive. Right. Of course, it's never that pretty. We got med rucks around our legs, a ruck and O2 and a weapon and all our gear. And we also can get in by helicopters, by pretty much any helicopter military has. We can get in by fast rope, rappelling. And then we also are combat divers. I went through the Army Special Forces Combat Diver course in Key West. That was it. So the pipeline's 2 to 2.5 years. So I did that and cross-trained, and then I was in pararescue. After 9/11 kicked off, we started embedding ourselves in Afghanistan and in the special operations community and the military as a whole, getting into Afghanistan, getting the placement in the bases, getting intel, working with our CIA assets and the people that have already been there to do what we needed to do after what happened with the attack on our country. Right. And during that time, I lost a couple troops. One of my first troops passed away was Jason Cunningham. He was in Operation Anaconda on the mountain of Takurgar, and he was also the same morning, the same operation that John Chapman, who received the Medal of Honor, he was with in that mission. A new movie coming out about John Chapman, by the way. It's called, I think it's Dusk Till Dawn or something. I have to look. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
But yeah, Jason passed away, and I was just trying to deal with it, process it. So I picked up the guitar in my own time, and I haven't played guitar a lot. I mean, I was doing a little bit of picking here and there in the military, but, you know, growing up, I started playing when I was 14, kind of like the old Waylon Jennings song.
There you go.
And then I was dealing with Jason and started writing songs. So I started coming to Nashville, and I came up here with a friend of mine that rode with me. One of my bosses, my commander, told us, go up to Nashville, don't come back till you got 3 songs recorded. And I was playing them in front of the team. So I came to Nashville, I knocked on, I don't know how many dozens of doors, and no one had time, right? I didn't know the system. Right. I didn't know anything about it up here. But Mr. Jerry Cupid, he passed away, but he opened his door to me. He was the producer of Jukebox Junkie, Ken Mellons,
yeah.
Jukebox Junkie.
Yeah.
So I recorded 3 songs with him and came back to my team and kept working. It seemed like about every 2 months I was coming up and recording 3 more. So before my last deployment, I was able to coordinate with Mike Curb at Curb Records to get a record deal going. And so when I was at my last tour in Afghanistan and Uzbekistan, that was probably the roughest tour. That's where I got injured on some operations there and messed my neck up and my arm and my hand. And so I came back within about 3 weeks from being out of the military. I signed a record deal. And so I went through that record deal, and I had 3 top Billboard top 60s, and you know, I was green. I didn't understand really what was going on, and I had to learn the system the hard way. I wound up leaving Curb Records on good terms, and I went to a new startup label that had Travis Tritt, and it was called Category 5 Records. So I signed with them, and Jared Neiman we signed about the same time, and I had my first top 40 from them. And then that's kind of where, from there, you know, my career started really flourishing. But then it wound up with me realizing that the injuries and dealing with the mental things that I didn't process was catching up to me.
Yeah.
And so I chose to leave the music industry, and I moved back down to Florida, in Tallahassee, Florida, kind of close to where I was stationed at. I kind of call that my second home, you know. Right. And I started college. I was about to lose my GI Bill, so I was listening to myself on the radio, sitting in class with a bunch of 15, 16, 17, 20-year-old kids. And I don't say the kids, but the young adults. Yeah. And here I was in my late 30s, and I went through college and got my bachelor's in business, major. And enjoy doing that. It kind of helps me toward what I do now with my business.
Right.
And during that time, I went through the big fall. I call it the great test, right? I went through the surgeries from combat injuries and just military injuries that were calculated, and also dealing with the allostatic load of mental health that I wasn't processing so properly. And so I went to get all the surgeries. They told me they scarred my vocal cords going in to fuse my cervical spine. And they did my arm reconstruction at the same time, which you can see that hand is slightly deformed still.
It still hurts. So
I was told I wouldn't sing again, and I probably wouldn't be playing guitar again. And so it took me a couple months to even get to where I could speak. And I did a lot of praying, and I went through a really dark time, being down on my back for over a year, just being, you know, the idle mind's the devil's workshop, and if you give him an upper hand, he's going to hammer you, right?
He's going to grab you.
He's going to grab you, and he's going to stomp you down and not give you any ladder, nothing. He wants to get you in the hole. So during that time, I taught myself to talk. I taught myself to re-sing again. I taught myself how to play guitar again. I had to get the hand talking to the brain and the nerves working right. And then I found myself really having to take responsibility for myself. I was really sick from the medications, and I probably wasn't living the most healthy of life at all. And so I surrendered to rehabilitation for mental health, and that was where my life really took the great change, where the surrender and where I really got into that deep, dark place to really embrace God, embrace the things of the truth of the fact that you cannot be a victim. And so I say I killed the demon by killing the victim.
Yeah.
And then once I killed the victim, then I could work on the things such as setting my boundaries, my communications, understanding my mind and how the mind works, which I learned a lot of, in these courses. So that's where my life flourished. And from there, I've been writing new music, working my albums, touring with Michael here. Him and I do a lot of VA, DAV work with the veterans and performing for the VA, DAV. And also been with Michael here for a couple years. And I've been with Montgomery Gentry featuring Eddie Montgomery as his guest artist, and sometimes opening up for him. Helping with a little everything, helping with his merch, my merch. Look, I was bus doctor. I was a little bit of everything, security, But Michael came over to work with Eddie, and he's been playing with me for a while, a long time. He's my right-hand man, I would say. He's a good brother. Michael comes from a great lineage of musicians, and also the fact, he played with Loretta Lynn for 22 years.
Yeah, I know.
And Crystal Gale for 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And so, a giant pool of talent here in Nashville. But when you do find those musicians that you click with and you create that familyship, that bond, we know everything about each other on that bus. I mean,
when you're traveling with each other, you learn a lot of stuff you didn't want to know, but it's like, but you do find out a lot. That's for sure. And a lot of people, Donovan, I appreciate you bringing that up about having the darkness and all, because there's a lot of guys that's in the military that have that problem, and I've talked to a few of them because I do a rock and roll show, and they'll call in, we talk, and I can tell there's some things wrong, and but they got to seek help. And I know you had your dog. And PJ. We got a song about him. We might get to play it today, and then you got your new one. And he's doing real well. And so, people don't realize it's never been in that kind of situation. I didn't until I had friends that were that way, and they learned that the dog helps them to cope with a lot of stuff that they can't cope with themselves.
That's right.
And they know when they're fixing to have like an attack or they're going to have something issue, and they can let you know. And they're good about that.
I mean, they're really good, especially bigger dogs working with veterans. They do things. I mean, I'll grab Asher sometimes. If I feel myself, he'll even do it, called pressure therapy, where they'll get up and lay their weight on your chest. And just that pressure of the weight, it helps reset the nervous system and calm you down. And I'll feel him. He will actually breathe against me and start taking deep breaths. And I'm like, all right, breathe with your dog. Take some deep breaths. And PJ was really good about that. I mean, PJ was brought into my life by the Lord. And I was at doing a show in Tallahassee, and a guy walked up and was like offering $100 for him, and he was the runt. But of course, he really didn't look like the runt, but he was the runt. And PJ was just a docile soul. But I would say he's that one dog, or that was my soul animal. And when PJ passed away, I was mourning him deeper than anything I've ever mourned. And that's why it took me about a month, and then I finally wrote the song on him. But when we get to that, I'll tell you a deeper story about that as well.
Well, what are you going to lead us off with today?
Man, let's kick it off with Horseman. So this song is it's called Horseman. I wrote this while attending the Got Your Six program at the Upper Canyon Outreach Program, sponsored by the Pararescueman Foundation. And so it's a great course. And my good friend Cassie up there, she leads it, and she's a great mental health counselor. But this is no go hug a horse course. This is a level 1 horsemanship course where you are going to get your horse in a round pen. You're going to develop that relationship. You're going to understand the predator-prey, the pressure release situation, dealing with animals and especially horses. And she gave me the horse that I had to work at really hard, because on the questionnaire I filled out that I was kicked in the chest when I was 4 years old, and knocked unconscious, put in the hospital. I still have a big scar on my chest from it. So she was like, "Oh, we're going to make you work for it." They gave me the hard-headedest, the safest, but Ruby girl. They gave me the hard. But once I developed that relationship with Ruby and I broke it, I found that bond, and I understood how I had to work on me. And we ended the course by, we carried rocks that we picked up from a riverbed, that we wrote down on those rocks everything that we were trying to let go of, that we needed to release. And we all took them our separate ways up on top of the mountain. And we spent as much time as we needed to let go of those rocks that our horse carried up for us in the saddlebag.
Wow.
Each one of those rocks we wrote with a Sharpie what we wanted to let go of. And you don't realize how much dysfunction you're holding on to in life. that we become bonded with it. We create that neural net that's associated with that feeling. And our brain thinks it's for our survival, but actually it can be hurting us. It's not healthy. And so sometimes you have to physically see it on a really ugly rock and let it go on the mountain. Yeah. And then it's really tough. And we all came back with our horses to the ranch with bloodshot eyes and tears, because it's tough to know that what you've been carrying, you actually letting it go. You think you'd be happy about it, but you have to process it to let it go. And so that processing. So I wrote a song on the last day of the course called Horseman, and actually shot the music video with Michael. We shot it live. So when you watch that video to Horseman on YouTube, it's a live performance with my friend Andy Hull and his son Evan. And we were at Marty and Lori Gordon's ranch farm out here, the Gordon View Farms. And we shot it there. So let's give it to them, man. 1, 2, 3, I was living in the here and now, and the past never crossed my mind. I lost the man I thought I was when a close brother took his life. All the pain, blame, and shame left me drinking out here alone. And it was, don't you dare drop by my house or try and call me on the phone. Fighting my demons and running from the truth was gonna be the death of me. Circle back to the only friend that I knew could set me free. Just put me on a horse, man, take a ride through God's land. And if I think about the war, man, well, I can leave it on the mountain. Just turn her right into the wind. She'll lead me back home again. So when I'm down in my funk, man, just put me on a horse, man. You can't blame the Montana skies for leaving you with teary eyes. Freedom is the gift you'll find on the trail, on the ride. I finally learned you can't fall back, you fall forward and let her go. Cinch that saddle and cowboy up and get on down the road. Just put me on a horse, man, take a ride through God's land. And if I think about the war, man, well, I can leave it on the mountain. Just turn her right into the wind. She'll lead me back home again. So when I'm down in my funk, man, just put me on a horse, man. Just put me on a horse, man, take a ride through God's land. And if I think about the war, man, well, I can leave it on the mountain. Just turn her right into the wind. She'll lead me back home again. So just as long as this cowboy stands, just put me on a horse, man. Just put me on a horse, man. Me on my horse, man. Horseman.
Horseman, that's great, man. That's a good song.
Thank you.
Now, how long did it take you to write it? I know you were out there doing the horse scoping.
The last day I just grabbed my guitar and went over and sat with Ruby Girl. Okay. And sat with her in the field, and it took me I'd say about an hour and a half, and I wrote that song. And then I came back into the room where our fellowship was for the last night get together, and I performed it.
Wow.
Yeah, performed it right there.
That's great, man.
Yeah,
that is great.
Yeah. And also I had so I came back with the song, and I had sometimes it's good to have a couple people on it, right?
Right.
Because I was so close to the song that I was trapped in it in a way, and because it was such an emotional part of me that I was opening up about something.
Right.
It's a lot easier to write on somebody else than it is yourself. So I came back, and Eddie Kilgallen, Eddie K, he's our tour manager and also the band leader and former singer from Ricochet.
Okay.
I got with him. He's a great songwriter. He's wrote a #1 hit, All Night for George Strait. And so I got with him on it, and he helped me kind of twist some things around and kind of perfect it.
Yeah, sort of tweak it a little bit.
Tweak it. So I have to give credit to Eddie K for that as well.
Yeah, that's cool. Now, and we'll go break here in just a minute, but didn't you do a lot of stuff with Freedom Sings USA?
I did.
I know you are a big supporter of that organization.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when before I came back to Nashville, once I left Florida after my whole revelation change, I would call it, I lived in Kansas. My old chief of Pararescue, my Chief Sanchez, he had a farm there, built in the 1800s, and it was his granddaddy's farm. And so he was going through some things, and he needed some brotherhood, and I needed some brotherhood with him. And so he said, "Bro, bring your wife on up here, come lease the farm, man, for a year, and just chill out, Chappie. Get your redneck on."
Yeah.
I always say, "Get your redneck on, Chappie." And so that was my nickname, was Chappie. And as far as the PJ side, John Chapman was Chappie of the combat control side.
Gotcha.
So I went to Kansas, and then during that time, I got in touch with Don Goodman and Steve Dean, some very, very well-known #1 hit writers.
Oh, they're great.
And they work with Freedom Sings, and so they brought me in, and I was just, every week they do like a video call or a Zoom call where bring, veterans in on it. We can pick the veteran of the day and talk about their story. And Don and Steve and Miss Bobby, standing for one of the founders, they're all three founders of it. But she'll sit in and she'll type out what everybody's saying, and we'll work with that veteran and get their story, their life song. And so when I was seeing this happen, they were asking me, "What do you think?" I said, one thing I don't see is, and it's nothing against people in the military in general. Everybody serving is credited with the same level of respect. Yeah. But the special operations community is very unique. Yeah. It makes up a very, very small percentage of the military. Yeah. But used in such a dramatic, gigantic way in the conflicts. Yeah. And so I was like, I don't see a lot of special operations community in these. And he goes, Mr. Don Goodman goes, "Well, Donovan, why don't you bring him in and start a class?" Yeah. And so I said, "Would you back me up?" He goes, "I'll back you up, little brother." And so Don came in, and I started the special operations writing class that I led, and I did an album on it with these veterans, 10 different veterans that I hand selected that needed the therapy. And writing with these veterans, you have to earn their respect. And I think being a veteran myself, and being able to go in, and it's not about me, it's about having that relationship and that foundation as a veteran to understand, and that veteran's going to open up a little bit more on things when he's talking to a fellow brother. Yeah, especially, being special ops, they feel the kindred spirit there. That's right. Where if they were just basic Army or what, they might not feel that as much as they would. They still feel it, but not as much as they would as a special op. Yeah, and in the special ops, it gives you what it does. It gives you like what we call a 10,000-foot canopy view of a veteran of the military, because we do a lot of different work. I mean, from the training styles and what we know, the knowledge base is very large knowledge base to be able to do what we do, to be able to be so flexible and and jump into so many different teams and work. You might see a PJ, a pararescue jumper in with a Navy SEAL team, a SEAL Team 6. You might see PJs with a Marine Recon team, a MARSOC Raider team. You might see him with the Rangers. Jason Cunningham was with the Rangers when he was killed on the Battle of Takugar. And so John Chapman, he was with the SEALs. As far as the controller, he might be with a Green Beret team, like a Delta team, SF team. So basically the thing is, earn their respect, go into the song, get into the deep nuts and bolts of what's bothering them, what they want to write about, and then give them a roadmap out. Give them a way out of the song. You don't want to just get hung up in the darkness of it. Right. So I'll go there with them, but I give them a way out. Yeah. And so by doing that, what you do is, they don't realize what's happening, because we think the brain can do so much. We think the brain can process all of our problems, everything going on every day. The brain's got this. The brain's so smart, but yet it's very primitive. Yeah. It is. It's smart, but you have to train it. It's, there's a primitive you, a subconscious you that doesn't know time. A brain releases the emotions in the now. Why do you cry thinking about last year and when a parent died? The brain thinks it's happening now. It has no concept.
Yeah.
The emotional brain has no concept of past or future. Everything's in the present.
Right.
And it thinks you're dying or you're not dying. Mm-hmm. It works in fight or flight. So by putting it on paper, the song, and then say, read this, show it to them, or sing it back to them, for the first time, they're becoming the observer of their story.
Yeah.
So the story is not just inside the head. They're actually viewing and observing their story. Yeah. Now, guess what that just done?
It just opened it up big wide open for them.
It just opened it up. Yeah, so the therapy is, the psychological therapy is, they're becoming a viewer of their issues, and it's not all in the head wrapped around the axle and just beating themselves up. And then there comes penitence, and then there comes guilt, and then 5 stages of grief, and all that stuff that comes with it, right? So they view their story. And so when they view their story, they become the observation person of their story. Now they can calculate the story. Now they can make the changes to their lives. Yeah. And that's what the beautiful aspect of
that's
of
a good thing. And that's a good group. I've worked with them on several occasions, and Don's one of the best guys you ever meet.
Oh man,
yeah. But we're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a minute. And what's the next song we're going to play?
Oh, let's get into it, man. Let's give them we'll go Military Man, since we're talking about some military.
All right, so we'll do Military Man when we get back. And we'll go back.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad you did that.
Our trending fashions are boutique style apparel at affordable price. Something you're looking for? Look no further than Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. We have special brands from Judy Blue to other famous boutique style brands in most sizes for all ages. We also offer on-site permanent jewelry for the more adventurous shopper. In Bell Buckle at 102 Bell Buckle War Trace Road. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. 931-813-3100. Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More is your new place to shop for the latest designs and fashion trends.
Bring your printing or embroidery vision to life today with Black and Blue Sports of Shelbyville. Proudly serving your community since 2003, Black and Blue Sports offers embroidery, printing, digital media, and ad specialty products. Choose someone who strives to provide you with the newest trends and exceptional quality with no minimums. Black and Blue Sports on Wood 14, East Highland Avenue in Shelbyville. 931-680-9898 and online at blackandbluesports.com.
Southern Fare at 210 Lane Parkway in Shelbyville is serving the best breakfast and lunch around. Randy Morgan and his staff at Southern Fare offer sandwiches, plate lunches, burgers, salads, and all of your Southern favorites. Breakfast is served daily from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and lunch from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. with a different lunch special every day. Stop in and feed your appetite at Southern Fare on Lane Parkway in Shelbyville. Southern Fare, Southern favorites served daily. 931-536-5768.
Hi, this is Benny Pulley with Benny's Woodworks and Discounts. We have proudly been serving the woodworking community since 1982. I would like for you to check out our website, bennyswoodworks.com. If you're like me and you're a woodworker or a crafter, you'll enjoy visiting the site. Everything from hinges, knobs, spindles, pulls, screws, to all kinds of wood turning and supplies. We've got it. And if you don't see it on the site, hey, just give me a call. 1-800-255-1335. And let me know. I just might have it. Benny'sWoodworks.com.
Kincaid's is proud to offer Beauty Rest Black to our customers. Beauty Rest Black represents a leap forward in bedding with sleep climate technology keeping you cool, and triple-stranded pocketed coils give you luxurious support all night long. Wake up refreshed and ready to take on the day with a new Beauty Rest Black mattress from Kincaid Service Company. 400 Madison Street, Shelbyville, across from the Speedway gas station. 931-684-5662.
You know, your eyes are a precious thing. You've got to take care of them. Looking for clear vision and hometown care you can trust? See the difference at Dr. Dale Hasty Family Eye Care, 605 North Main Street in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. From comprehensive eye exams to helping you find that perfect pair of glasses, Dr. Hasty and his friendly team are focused on your family's vision and comfort every step of the way. Noticing changes in your eyesight? Time for that yearly checkup? Let's take care of it. 931-684-2020. Dr. Dale Hasty Family Eye Care, because your eyes are a precious thing.
Southern Fare at 210 Lane Parkway in Shelbyville is serving the best breakfast and lunch around. Randy Morgan and his staff at Southern Fare offer sandwiches, plate lunches, burgers, salads, and all of your Southern favorites. Breakfast is served daily from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and lunch from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. with a different lunch special every day. Stop in and feed your appetite at Southern Fare on Lane Parkway in Shelbyville. Southern Fare, Southern favorites served daily. 931-536-5768.
Hi, this is Benny Pulley with Benny's Woodworks and Discounts. We have proudly been serving the woodworking community since 1982. I would like for you to check out our website, bennyswoodworks.com. If you're like me and you're a woodworker or a crafter, you'll enjoy visiting the site. Everything from hinges, knobs, spindles, pulls, screws, to all kinds of wood turning and supplies. We've got it. And if you don't see it on the site, hey, just give me a call. 1-800-255-1335. And let me know. I just might have it. bennyswoodworks.com.
For delicious and authentic Mexican food in Shelbyville, no hay problema.
Hey, I know that.
Now you're getting it. It's no problem. El Mexico has been Shelbyville's go-to spot for authentic, homemade Mexican dishes made fresh every day since 1991. Come in for some fresh fajitas or enjoy the classics like tacos, enchiladas, and combo plates. Dine in or call your to-go order at 931-684-0874. El Mexico Mexican Restaurant, proud sponsor of the Hitchcock Railway's Spanish phrase of the day on WLIJ.
Hola, baby.
Our trending fashions are boutique-style apparel at affordable price. Something you're looking for? Look no further than Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. We have special brands from Judy Blue to other famous boutique-style brands in most sizes for all ages. We also offer on-site permanent jewelry for the more adventurous shopper. In Bell Buckle at 102 Bell Buckle Wartrace Road. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. 931-813-3100. Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More is your new place to shop for the latest designs and fashion trends.
Hello, Trouble. And he's got a friend. It's Benny on the Beat on 98.7 and AM 1580 WLIJ. Sponsored by Black and Blue Sports, Southern Fare, and by Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle. Now let's send it back to Studio-B.
All right, this is Benny Pulley, behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcast, here with Donovan Chapman and Mike Lux, and we're going to go some more songs. So we've been doing the interview. We're trying to get some of that, but I want y'all to hear Donovan's voice and the singing because both of them sound good together. I was telling Horseman sounded real good. Y'all harmonizing together on that chorus part. It's sounding good. So which one we're going to do next?
Let's, like we were saying before the break, let's do Military Man. And this song's a fun song. Actually, Michael was on the album itself. You hear him singing the harmonies with all the background vocals on the album. We've been doing this song for years together, and it's a fun song to do. And I kind of started writing this song thinking about, my granddaddy, my daddy, myself, and my little brother all served.
Oh, wow.
And I think about the one thing, when I was in the military, being a singer, I was always one counting the cadence.
Yeah.
You're left, right, and they're like,
get the beat,
got the soul,
Yeah.
It's like 82nd Airborne. You see them black, big sergeants out there, rock steady, oh yeah, and they got the blues going, right? And so I thought about that and was like, let's just write a song about your left, right.
Yeah, my dad used to do one. He was a Navy guy. He said, had a good home, but a left, right, left. Okay.
Yeah, this one's called Military Man to honor, all those men out there for the hundreds of years we were joined and served. Well, not hundreds of years. It seems like it.
Yeah.
How old are we? Push.
We're pushing it.
I would dress in camouflage back when I was a kid. Always playing war in the woods where we lived. Daddy taught me how to hunt and fish to survive. He knew I needed skills one day to stay alive. When I turned 17, the sun had dotted line. I placed my hand upon my heart so I'd give my life for these people and this land from sea to shining sea. There ain't no terrorist gonna take a home from you or me, 'cause my granddaddy, my father, brother, and me, we all serve the flag on the hill that says we're free. We know where we're going, we know where we've been, yeah, we're the prodigy of a military man. You'll live right, get in step, you'll live, you'll head up right, cover on down. If I die on the old drop zone, I send out, box me up and ship me home. Pin my medals up on my chest, I said bury me in the leaning rest. If I die in a puddle of mud, I send out, bury me with a case of bud. Wiser, if that reserve ship fail me too, I send out, look out Satan, I'm coming for you. Come on. My granddaddy, my father, brother, and me, we all serve the flag on the hill that says we're free. We know where we're going, we know where we've been, yeah, we're the prodigy of a military. My granddaddy, my father, brother, and me, we all serve the flag on the hill that says we're free. We know where we're going, we know where we've been, we're the prodigy of a military man. You'll live right, get in step. You'll live, you'll head up right, cover on down, you'll live right, get in step. You'll live, you'll head up right, dressing on down. My granddaddy, father, brother, and me, we all serve the flag on the hill that says we're free. Head up right, live right,
Military man.
Military man.
That had a good beat to it, man. That's great.
That's what it's supposed to be, right? Left, right,
yeah.
left, right.
Yeah, you know, you think about it, you know, this is a funny story. My dad he was called a chief pharmacist mate, and he was stationed at an Army base, a Marine base out there on, I think it was around somewhere in Washington, right outside of Washington. I can't remember the exact thing. But anyway, he was in charge of all the ambulances. So him and his buddies decided to go. The Navy's base sat down at 11 drinking. Marines stayed open to 1, so they decided they all were going to load up in the ambulance and go over to the Marine base. so they got in the Marine, they got in the ambulance, and so they go in. So 3's riding in the back, 2 up front. So they pull off, and of course the Navy was dressed in those black uniforms, and they were doing marches at night. And they almost ran over a group. So the MPs started chasing them. And Dad and them throwed the sirens on and went toward the hospital. He said, one of y'all get in the stretcher.
Fake it, son.
Yeah. So they got the stretcher, and he said we backed up to the door and said 2 of them got out with the stretcher and just dropped the guy and just kept on going because they were afraid to get in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, back in those days, they could get away with some stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy. So what we got coming up next? I know you're going to do me 2 right here in a row.
Yeah, you want to do 2 military songs?
Yeah, that's all right with me.
Brotherhood, man. All right. So this song is when I was going through recovery for mental health, I wrote this song called Brotherhood. The song's dedicated to the sacred few who signed their name on the line, took the oath, and took the fight to them. Put a life on the line for another. What greater gift could you give to your brother? Rappelling out of choppers as they hover, behind enemy lines undercover. We all knew we might not make it back. We accepted that Then I made a pact, now I'm home alone, staying strong, making sure the honor of my brothers carry on. We didn't do it for the glory, we were glad that one of us could live to tell our story. You know I'm misunderstood, reminiscing about my brotherhood, yeah. All the blessings I've been given, I thank God that I'm still living. All the blessings y'all been given, yeah, thank God that y'all are living. All the blessings we've been given, I thank God as a country we're living free. Living free. In Afghanistan, few survived. We came home with blood on our hands. Kids are crying, people were dying. I didn't understand, there was no line in the sand. Friends came home draped in a flag. True heroes are in body bags. They say that only the strong survive. Well, heck no, that was a lie. To all the families that were left behind, I pray to God that you'll find some peace in your life. To my brothers jumping from the sky, I see on the other side, all the blessings I've been given, I thank God that I'm still living. All the blessings y'all been given, yeah, I thank God that y'all are living. All the blessings we've been given, I thank God as a country we're living free. Living free. Everybody sit, say something and say something. Stand for something and stand for something. Say something and stand for something. Say something. Ooh, to be free is beautiful, yes. To be free. Put a life on the line for another. What greater gift could you give to your brother? Repelling out of choppers as they hover behind enemy lines. Undercover, salute the brotherhood. Yeah.
Wow, that's a good one.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that one. I've heard a lot of yours, but I hadn't heard that one yet.
Yeah, so that's one I do live. When I was out touring with Eddie Montgomery of Montgomery Gentry, that's one of the ones I do just my guitar,
right?
You know, out in front of the crowd before the show starts, and it's a you know, see, there's a lot that comes out of that song from the Bible. You know, what greater gift can a man do than lay his life down for another? Yeah, and so you know, and that's something that hit with me, and you know. Channel the emotions, put it in the song. So that was my therapy song, you know. I mean, it comes from a lot, you know, when you know sometimes I'm misunderstood, reminiscing about my brotherhood. How many veterans out there who are just having a hard day, reminiscing about their time, who wind up being Baker acted? Yeah. And somebody, well, I'm worried about him. I'm scared. He's just dealing with it. Yeah. Next thing you know, that veteran's in a psych ward. Yeah. Doing 3 days, 72 hours till the judge releases them. Yeah. You know, been there, done that. Yeah. I get it. Yeah. Man, I get it, man. It's just part of it, being a veteran. Yeah. It's part of it. I remember, if I talk about this on the air, or I guess we're having a Dr. Phil moment. Oh, yeah, that's it, Dr. Phil. Yeah, so even go to that with the song. So when I was in college, down in Tallahassee, so it was coming around the midterms week, and I just wasn't feeling good. I was actually sick. I was having some kind of infection going on and dealing with the surgeries, and I called into the VA liaison at the college, and I called her that morning, and my professor, who was, you know, knew that I possibly wouldn't be coming in the next day, but he said just give him a call. Yeah. So I called the college, and the college on campus was not open yet. They were running late. So I just wanted to make sure he knew that I wasn't going to make it that day like he asked me to do. Yeah. So I called the veteran liaison and told her, I'm not going to make it the day. My professor knows, and he actually ran the college too, what's going on. And she goes, well, what's wrong with you? I said, I just don't feel well. I've been sick. She goes, you're not coming in? I'm like, no, ma'am, I'm not coming in. She goes, do you have guns in your place? I'm like, yes, ma'am, I got a lot of guns. And basically from that conversation, about 30 minutes later, I had on Lake Talquin, Florida, I had a helicopter with a SWAT team coming down the driveway and fully swatted up. And she reported that I was in a situation of veterans with guns, and wound out finding out this person really wasn't a Second Amendment believer.
Oh, okay.
But at that point, because they were called in a you talking about freaking me out, man. This helicopter's up there, the whole community, they're like, what the heck's going on with Donovan?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a sheriff's department black helicopter just pop, hovering above my house, and then I look down the driveway and there's 8-9 cops with ARs, drawn full helmet, full everything. I'm like, what the hell's going on around here? And so,
somebody got loose, but I don't know that.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm about to get my gun. Who we going hunting? Who we looking for?
Yeah.
And they came up to me, and it was about me. And I said, I'm fine. They were like, well, since this has been called, the supervisor says they're sorry, but you have, because this was called the way it was, and because we came here. And my friends that are listening in Florida, they probably remember this. You got to go.
Yeah.
So I was Baker acted. And I was like, oh, my gosh. And so they Bakered me and put me in the freaking psych ward for 72 hours. I'm like, and I'm sitting in there, and I get it. I learned some things from it. But did a lot of coloring, and waited my 72 hours. But during the time, the professor and the dean of the school, who was the dean, he called over and told him his feelings on it, said this shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
And so they called the doctor at the psych ward, and he explained to him and corroborated the story, and they let me out. But I was like, sometimes I'm misunderstood, just reminiscing about my life and my brotherhood.
Yeah, a lot of times, that happens, with military people. Especially if they think they might be on the edge of PTSD or something, they do that. And I'm going, just talk to them, not call out the SWAT team.
Maybe do a welfare check. Just have one cop come out, not the whole dang squad in a helicopter.
I know, man.
I mean, they brought the A team out on me.
It almost reminds you, and I don't know, I know you've been in battle combat, and the helicopter's hovering. I imagine that brought back memories saying, what, were we getting invaded? Or
my blood was pumping.
Oh, I bet.
My heart rate was up. My pressure was rocking.
I bet.
I was on full alert.
Yeah.
And I just could not believe that person called it in like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. But you've got a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
That would do that,
Yes. And so that can happen.
Yeah. And we're gonna take a 1 minute break or 2 minute break. We'll be back shortly.
Okay.
Our trending fashions are boutique style apparel at affordable price. Something you're looking for? Look no further than Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. We have special brands from Judy Blue to other famous boutique style brands in most sizes for all ages. We also offer on-site permanent jewelry for the more adventurous shopper. In Bell Buckle at 102 Bell Buckle Wartrace Road. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. 931-813-3100. Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More is your new place to shop for the latest designs and fashion trends.
Bring your printing or embroidery vision to life today with Black and Blue Sports of Shelbyville. Proudly serving your community since 2003, Black and Blue Sports offers embroidery, printing, digital media, and ad specialty products. Choose someone who strives to provide you with the newest trends and exceptional quality with no minimums. Black and Blue Sports on Wood 14, East Highland Avenue in Shelbyville. 931-680-9898 and online at blackandbluesports.com.
Southern Fare at 210 Lane Parkway in Shelbyville is serving the best breakfast and lunch around. Randy Morgan and his staff at Southern Fare offer sandwiches, plate lunches, burgers, salads, and all of your Southern favorites. Breakfast is served daily from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and lunch from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. with a different lunch special every day. Stop in and feed your appetite at Southern Fare on Lane Parkway in Shelbyville. Southern Fare, Southern favorites served daily. 931-536-5768.
Hi, this is Benny Pulley with Benny's Woodworks and Discounts. We have proudly been serving the woodworking community since 1982. I would like for you to check out our website, bennyswoodworks.com. If you're like me and you're a woodworker or a crafter, you'll enjoy visiting the site. Everything from hinges, knobs, spindles, pulls, screws, to all kinds of wood turning and supplies. We've got it. And if you don't see it on the site, hey, just give me a call. 1-800-255-1335. And let me know. I just might have it.
Benny'sWoodworks.com.
Kincaid's is proud to offer Beauty Rest Black to our customers. Beauty Rest Black represents a leap forward in bedding with sleep climate technology keeping you cool, and triple-stranded pocketed coils give you luxurious support all night long. Wake up refreshed and ready to take on the day with a new Beauty Rest Black mattress from Kincaid Service Company, 400 Madison Street, Shelbyville, across from the Speedway gas station, 931-684-5662.
This is Benny Pulley, behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcast, here with Donovan Chapman, Mike Lusk, and we've been going over music. We've been going over your career and how you got in the military and all this kind of stuff. So I know you got a special song coming up we're going to end with here pretty soon, but I know you got one about your little dog.
Oh, about PJ?
Yeah.
Passed away. Yeah. So
tell us a little bit about PJ. I know me and you talked about it at one of our meetings. So
well, he was a red-nosed pit bull dog.
Red-nosed pit bull.
And, he was a service dog of mine, and he was just, when I went through all my hard times, he was that dog that I believe the Lord sent. I mean, he in so many ways he kept me alive just to keep living. And I wasn't never to the point to where I was suicidal,
right? But
just from the sickness of going through so many of the medications that were eating me up, the gabapentin was just eating me alive. And I was sick, and at the same time when I was miserable like that, I probably wasn't living the healthiest of life,
right?
Self-medicating and doing things that shouldn't have been done. But PJ was there beside me the whole time, and he was always riding shotgun in that truck. And when I lost him, it was, like I told you earlier, it was one of the greatest mourning periods of my life. And I was driving down the road with Carol, my wife, in the truck, and we were headed to see her dad in Buras, Louisiana, and I felt this feeling overpower me. It was the first time I've actually honestly ever felt what people talk about when the Lord talks to you. Like it wasn't audible, but it was every part of my body resonated this voice, this feeling. It was like a thought that was invading me. Yeah. It was coming to me, and it makes you lock up and go, I'm listening. And I was like, God, show me something, please. I was watching stuff. People said, well, the dogs don't have souls. And there's some preachers saying, well, God's creatures and all of his children will worship him in heaven. The lion lay with the lamb. And so I was just lost. I was like, I have to know his spirit's alive. And this voice came on to me, and I tried, and I locked up on the steering wheel. It was just like, I'm listening. I said that within myself. And he said, as long as you love PJ, he will always be with you. As long as you love him, you will see him again. Love crosses all barriers of space and time, from your world into mine. You will see him again. And I was like, woo, drop the plow, let's get to work. Let's get going. I got this, And that's when I was able to sit down on one full moon night. I was on my back porch watching the moon, and then the song just came over me, and I wrote the song in about, I'd say, 15 minutes.
Wow.
And I rushed in and played it for Carol. I was like, you gotta hear this, baby. PJ visited me. I mean, people probably think I'm crazy. I walk him still. I walk down the driveway, reach down and pet him and talk to him, check the mail. I don't got a leash that's just hanging off, but I mean, I'll look down and see him in my mind. And I walk him, and I'll reach down and go, how you doing, PJ? And I imagine that I'm petting him, and I feel him. So
but people don't realize how close you can get to pets. I've had like 7 shepherds over my lifetime, and buried every one of them, but it's like losing a family member. It's hard, especially when they're loyal to you,
Yeah, he was my soul dog.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Here you go. Let's give you PJ.
All right.
When I was sick and barely 165 pounds soaking wet, I was the greatest victim of my past that I couldn't forgive. He was always there beside me, riding shotgun in an 04 truck, playing gigs for beers and treats till we ran out of luck. People said I looked so bad, and they were worried I was gonna die. And if it wasn't for God's love through my friend that kept me alive. So when I die, Lord, let me see his face. It's not that I ain't there to praise you, Jesus, as I enter the gates. Let him walk with me, let him talk to me, let him show me your heavenly place. But when I die, Lord, I need to see PJ. Showed any pain wearing the vest when it was time to work, walking by my side through all those lessons I had to learn. He gave me all the years of his life and I gave him 14 of mine. God kept him living with the cancer till I met my wife. I couldn't see how bad he was, I only saw the PJ I knew. How was I to forgive myself for all the hell I had put him through? So when I die, Lord, let me see his face. It's not that I ain't there to praise you, Jesus, as I enter the gates. Let him walk with me, let him talk to me, let him show me your heavenly place. But when I die, Lord, I need to see PJ. Let him walk with me, let him talk to me, let him show me your heavenly place. But when I die, Lord, I need to see PJ. When I die, Lord, let me see my dog, PJ. Oh, PJ. See you on the other side, sweet boy.
All right. That's a good one. Memory of your dog, PJ. Yeah, and what's your new dog's name?
Asher.
Asher.
Well, he's 10 years old, but he was my wife's dog, and when we got married, he was raised around PJ. And when PJ passed, we put him through some training, and he watched PJ do all the commands for years and years. Yeah. So Asher was a natural.
Yeah. So he just picked it right up.
Picked it right up. Got his old card early.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, but he's 10, and. Yeah, and I know he's old. His joints are wore out.
Right.
So.
What kind of dog is he?
He's a poodle, standard poodle mixed with a golden doodle.
Okay.
He's a sweet boy. Yeah. But him and PJ were big buddies.
Yeah, I got to meet him when you came up here last time. He's a great dog.
I've got a friend of mine he's got a Belgian Malinois that's been put through a really nice program in Orlando, the K9 Elite, that I might be taking from him because his situation, his house with the cat and all, and stuff, where the cat's marking the house and all. So I might have another dog that's going to be with Asher. So when Asher retires, I can retire onto a new dog, and it might be good for Asher to have a buddy.
It's always good to have a companion. Yeah. All right, so we got a couple more. Is that right?
Yeah, we got a couple more.
All right, so what you got?
We'll do Carry the Flag last. That'll be because that's the latest single. You want to do what you think? You want to do Fame or Little Merle?
It's your show. You pick, bro.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Let's give him a Little Merle, man, because that's a new song that's going to come out. Yeah, and it's a great song, man. Wrote by myself and a friend of mine, Ben Cade, and from one of the singers from Boomtown Saints.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's about I want to hear Little Merle, I want to hear Little Jones.
There you go. That sounds good. That's an old country for sure.
Well, I've got this feeling inside of me. Well, I got a fever. Can you feel the heat? I need a little honky-tonk to soothe these bones. I want to hear Little Merle, I want to hear Little Jones. Well, a few cold beers and tears is what I need. And here's one for you, and here's two for me. An old jukebox playing them old country songs. I wanna hear little Merle, I wanna hear little Jones. Sing a working man from Muskogee. Sing me back home on silver wings. Play Tennessee whiskey and a Corvette song. I wanna hear little Merle, I wanna hear little Jones. Let's see, well, I've got this feeling. Can you feel that beat? Well, it's the kind of tune, yeah, to make you move your feet. When Friday night's here and that neon's on, wanna hear little Merle, wanna hear little Jones. Sing a working man from Muskogee. Sing me back home on silver wings. Play Tennessee whiskey and the Corvette song. I wanna hear little Merle, I wanna hear little Jones. Give me some yesterday's wine and I'll still doing time, and the race is on, and the race is on. Back when country music told the dang right truth in every song. The Monday morning, 2 cups in, and that hangover, buddy, is finally setting in. Can't wait for 40 hours to be here and gone. I wanna hear little Merle, wanna hear little Jones. Sing a working man from Muskogee. Sing me back home on silver wings. Play Tennessee whiskey and a Corvette song. I wanna hear little Merle, I wanna hear little Jones. Wanna hear little Merle, wanna hear little Jones. Oh, play me some of that Possum Boy.
You about got Jones down. I can hear that Jones in there.
Yeah, man.
Hear little Jones, man. That's great. That's great. Now, I think we're going to end on I'll Carry a Flag.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about the story behind that song.
So, how that story starts is I was a person became friends with me on Instagram, and he just reached out, friend requested me, and sometimes I'll check out some people, especially when they got a blue check mark on them. I'm like, who's this?
Yeah.
And so a verified check mark.
Right.
So
yeah.
I got on there, checked him out, and he has a Carry the Flag is his big brand.
Yeah.
And his name is Chris Melita, and Chris is a fireman in the Kansas City area. And man, he's got a whole movement, and he's out every day running with the flag and talking to people. Man, let's get up, let's do this. This is about America.
Yeah.
And his story goes, what inspired him to do Carry the Flag is one of his team leaders or so, I guess, was part of like the 9/11 thing.
Uh-huh.
They were doing a stair climb on behalf of 9/11. Chris had something going on family-wise where it was on the line where he was going to be there for it or not. And his supervisor said, Chris, if you're not there to carry the flag, who's going to carry the flag? And he told me this story, and I went, whoa, bingo, there's a song right there, buddy. And so I said, man, trust me on this. I want to write a song. I'll bring you in, show you what writing structure is, show how we can write it. Let's write a song. And we did. And I recorded it and brought him in to watch how the tracking, how it goes in the studio when I produced it. And this song, I think it was about a month ago, it was featured and debuted on the Big D and Bubba morning show, the iconic Big D and Bubba morning show. And so that was awesome. I was calling in from Colorado when I did it. I was out supporting a Navy SEAL function, the Ryan Larkin Memorial Race out there for the Navy SEALs. And but I called in I was on the mountain in Colorado and called in, and it was awesome, man. I love Big D and Bubba. Those are some
they're
good
great guys.
Yep. And then and it's been going really grassroots, viral on the socials. People are using it for their reels and their background music, and we're actually going to be doing a big Carry the Flag run in Cape Coral on the 8th, which I'm going to get down there with the cameras and get as much footage of that as I can and use that in the music video. So yeah, man, it's been a good song, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. And all the people across the nation who are running with the flag. One of the things I talk about, if you hear many interviews that I've done, it's the flag we can never desecrate. Right. That flag stands for our 250 years, regardless of who you agree with in politics, or who's the president, or who's not the president, or who the governor is, or who's not the governor. Right. politics is not our country. Our country exists as our country, represented by that flag.
Right.
Politics exists within. So if you don't agree with something, whether left, right, independent, no matter what your belief is, if you attack the flag, you're attacking me.
You're attacking the country, I believe.
You're attacking the country.
Yeah.
Because that flag doesn't stand for any one independent politics.
Well,
it stands for the overall protection for politics to exist. Just because you don't agree with it, do not desecrate the flag.
That's right. When I was coming up in the Vietnam era, because I graduated 75, so I was at the end of the Vietnam, but I'd already watched from the 60s all the way to the mid-70s of the guys protesting the war and burning the flag, and it just burned me up. It's just like, what in the world, man? You're desecrating our country, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, have a little respect for our country, you know? You might not like you say, you might not like the politics, but just stay off our country.
Yeah, I mean, the country's what gives you, and you know, some people say, well, that's the freedom of speech. That's why I wrote this song, and some of the things that I say in this song with Chris, we kind of cover that on the freedom of speech part. Yeah, you know, if you think it's a freedom of speech move, I personally don't agree with it. Yeah, we need people to have freedom of speech, but burning the most sacred thing that we have that represents our country, that all of our men and women had died for, and the wars that got you here, it shows you a lot about an individual who can be controlled by an organization or a group to be pushed and be emotionally compromised to go to the point of burning the American flag or desecrating it.
Exactly.
So so I'm a full supporter of it, regardless of who's in country, who's in charge, regardless of politics. I protect the flag.
There you go.
You know.
So let's hear it. I'll carry the flag.
All right, ready, buddy?
Let's do it.
3 and 4. In this country, it's time to stand with a flag over our head. Let's reunite this land. Remember the ones who were fighting deep behind enemy lines. She was draped over all of those who died. She never left a man behind. We had the bravery to plant her in the sand on the beach at Normandy. Some say it's a threat to carry our flag as we're running down the streets. This is my flag, this is your flag. This ain't a left thing or a right thing. She was founded on the battlefield, flown on the hill for you and me by the soldiers and the sailors who were first there to defend her. So when you ask me, man, who's gonna carry the flag? Well, I'll carry the flag. That's right. I'll carry the flag. All have more in common than we know. We want a house we call our home, a safe place for our kids to grow. Teach them how to love, teach them how to pray, teach them how to keep their faith, should they ever lose their way. And they'll have the freedom to say what's on their minds and choose what to believe. They'll always know to respect the flag instead of burning her in the streets. This is my flag, this is your flag. This ain't a left thing or a right thing. She was founded on the battlefield, flown on the hill for you and me by the soldiers and the sailors who were first there to defend her. So when you ask me, man, who's gonna carry the flag? Well, I'll carry the flag. Oh, you have freedom to say what's on your mind and choose what to believe. Just 250 years ago, we were marching to a beat and shout victory. She's my flag, she is your flag. She ain't a left thing or a right thing. She was Darius on the battlefield, 250 years for you and me, by the soldiers and the sailors who were still there to defend her. So when you ask me, man, who's gonna carry the flag? Well, I'll carry the flag. Oh, I'll carry the flag. Oh, well, I'll carry the flag. Got a song. I'll carry the flag.
Carry the Flag, man. That's a great song. I really like that. So tell people where, if they want to follow you, how they can follow you on Facebook or Instagram, and where they can get to your website to listen and get your music.
So if you want to follow me, Facebook would be just look up Donovan, Donovan Chapman. Look for the blue check mark, the verified, and you'll see me there. And I also have a Donovan Chapman music page on Facebook that's not verified, but if you put in Donovan Chapman music, you can follow that, or you can just follow my normal Donovan Chapman Facebook page, which is my personal account. Right. I tend to conversate more on it, the verified personal account. And my Instagram is Donovan, Donovan Chapman official, and look for the blue check mark. All right. My YouTube, Donovan Chapman. And the thing is, I use the same picture on my Facebook, my Instagram, my YouTube, and my TikTok, so that everybody knows it's legit. Right. So they know which one is me, and it's me on the farm, with my Carhartt on. And TikTok is Donovan Chapman Music. YouTube, check out the YouTube, because I do release music videos, and that's kind of where I'm starting to put more time in so that people can see more of me, and I'm probably going to post some of this to YouTube as well.
Yeah, I know you had one on there with you, and I think somebody that was kin to you or something.
Will Chapman, yeah. We did Hollywood Don't Need You. Yeah, and that was a great video. He has a good voice too. Will's a great singer.
He sings good too.
Yeah, Will sings his tail off, and so his daddy and I grew up together and was my best friend growing up, Ryan Chapman, and he's now a preacher in North Carolina. Okay. But Will lives here in town now, and he's a great aspiring musician, a good engineer for the studios. He went to college in town for that, and check it out. It's we covered my favorite song. His daddy and my favorite song was "If Hollywood Don't Need You." Yeah, all right. So I brought Will in to sing on it, and Will is just smoking, man.
Yeah, he did great. Yeah.
We actually had an actual Firebird in there. Yeah. The Smokey and Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit, yeah.
To kind of give Burt Reynolds a shout out, because it talks about that. But check it out, man. There's PJ's on there, the music video for that. Horseman's on there. Carry the Flag is not out yet, but we'll have that on there. But just check it out. There's some great music videos on there, and I hope y'all enjoy it. And Benny, it's been an honor, man. I always love coming in here and playing music for you. And
we appreciate it.
Michael, he's my brother from another mother. You hear Michael's voice on all my records. Yeah. And I love being able to connect with your audience. Shelbyville is kind of what I call my home area. Yeah. And I got good friends out here. Mr. Marty and Lori Gordon are brother and sister to me. They're great people. I tell them all the time, if it wasn't for them, I don't know if I'd be living here. Yeah. It's just to have people you love and trust, and that trust you too. Yeah. And
that's the key. And that's the thing about living in a town. Like, I know you live over toward Christianity area, but when you live and you work around the community, you become part of that community. Yeah. And they show you love usually when you're part of that community. So.
Well, it's the core of it. When you're around those kind of communities, it's a core belief in God.
God, oh yeah, no doubt.
Christianity in our lives, and we work the land. Yep. I mean, Marty, I go out there and rake hay for him sometimes, and we work the land. We share our crops together. Yeah. Like today I brought you some corn.
Brought me some corn, man. I'm looking forward to that.
Some little sweet corn we picked yesterday, some peaches and cream, and and so we share, we farm, we keep God first. We're connected to the land. We're connected to ourselves and each other. We learn to see ourselves in each other, and in a way, we see the God's creation in each other. Yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah,
and our animals too.
Oh yeah, I tell you, I'm a big believer that that's the hardest thing to ever do is. I had to have mine, 2 of them put down, and some of them died naturally, but the rest of them, and that. I tell you, it's emotional, that's for sure.
It's a roller coaster.
Yeah. I want to thank you for all you do for the veterans. I know you do a lot. And Mike, thank you for coming to be here. And I appreciate y'all so much. And I hope y'all have a great thing, because I believe that Carry the Flag is going to do really well.
Yeah. Oh, and also, too, people what helps us stay alive, real quick, what helps us to stay alive right now with so many AI songs being released to distributions. 250,000 plus songs are being released today by fake artists, by people who are not actual artists. Right. I understand some people want to create a song through Suno, and it's not really them creating, but what that causes for us is we become the needle in the haystack. Right. Yeah. In the world where our music needs to be heard. People are like, well, we'll come to your show, but how are they going to know about it? They can't hear the music. Yeah. And so go to Spotify, add me to your profile, put me on your playlist. Yeah. That helps us. if you want to help even further than that, for around $1, download one of the songs. Download I'll Carry the Flag. That puts us in an algorithm to where our music will be spun more in the digital world.
Right.
Because without that, it's really our life and our future is in your hands.
Exactly.
It's in the people's hands.
Yeah.
We can't drive that anymore.
No.
It's past the point where payola from the record labels can force that to happen. Now it's in the hands of the people.
Yep.
And it's more than just going, I support you. You have to go follow our music, follow our profiles, be involved with us. Download the song if you want to help, or just add it to your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. But that extra help, if you want to help me, if you want to keep me alive and see me doing this and me and Michael, keep him supported and going, and keep the dogs fed on our end. And, if you want good music from us, we need your support. We need you to follow and add us to the YouTube follow, the Spotify playlist. Just add it, play our stuff. Just by playing it on Spotify helps us.
Yeah, people don't realize how far the digital thing has gone, and with the AI stuff.
It's completely in control.
That blew me away, that one song, it came out a few months ago. Hit #1, and I'm going. Me and Brandon all talk about that's AI, and then you listen, and people thinking it's the real artist, and it's not. It's just like throwing people off is just. But anyway, that's part of the technology we got. But
it is.
You need to go to Spotify and like you there, and then download one of the songs, pay for it, and then get them in that algorithm.
Get the algorithm going. That's what's going to save us and save me to be able to keep doing this for the years down the road.
That saves a lot of the artists. It's a thing we got to do. That's for sure. Thank y'all for tuning in. God bless each and every one of you, and we will see you next time.
Ew.
That's a wrap.
Our trending fashions are boutique style apparel at affordable price. Something you're looking for? Look no further than Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. We have special brands from Judy Blue to other famous boutique style brands in most sizes for all ages. We also offer on-site permanent jewelry for the more adventurous shopper. In Bell Buckle at 102 Bell Buckle Wartrace Road. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. 931-813-3100. Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More is your new place to shop for the latest designs and fashion trends.
Bring your printing or embroidery vision to life today with Black and Blue Sports of Shelbyville. Proudly serving your community since 2003, Black and Blue Sports offers embroidery, printing, digital media, and ad specialty products. Choose someone who strives to provide you with the newest trends and exceptional quality with no minimums. Black and Blue Sports on Wood 14, East Highland Avenue in Shelbyville. 931-680-9898 and online at blackandbluesports.com.
Southern Fare at 210 Lane Parkway in Shelbyville is serving the best breakfast and lunch around. Randy Morgan and his staff at Southern Fare offer sandwiches, plate lunches, burgers, salads, and all of your Southern favorites. Breakfast is served daily from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and lunch from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. with a different lunch special every day. Stop in and feed your appetite at Southern Fare on Lane Parkway in Shelbyville. Southern Fare, Southern favorites served daily. 931-536-5768.
WLIJ salutes all of our first responders who lay their lives on the line every day for others. Thank you. 98.7 and AM 1580 WLIJ Shelbyville, Tennessee.